Hi, I'm Simon, and I love football more than almost anything. Every day, I'll bring you one big story from the World Cup. And today is special because the whole tournament finally kicked off. It all began in Mexico City at the Estadio Azteca, and this stadium just made history. It's now the first one ever to host games at 3 different World Cups. And the first 2 were unforgettable. In 1970, Brazil's Pelé, one of the greatest players ever, won the World Cup final right here. And in 1986, Diego Maradona scored his famous Hand of God goal on this same pitch. And what a way to start this cup! The very first match was Mexico versus South Africa. Feeling the 87,000 spectators, the Mexicans opened the score in the 9th minute. It was also the goal number 1,000 in the history of the Mexican team. And even though South Africa got pushed back, they weren't able to catch up to Mexico, who ended up scoring another one. The final score? Mexico won 2-0. But this opening game made history too. The referee showed 3 red cards. That's 3 players who had to leave the pitch. To give you an idea, the whole last World Cup, in 2022, had only 4 in total. One of the most dramatic starts ever. Mexico is one of this year's 3 host countries, and they opened the whole tournament. Their opponent was South Africa, back at a World Cup for the first time in 16 years. And here's a lovely coincidence. These exact 2 teams also played the very first match of the 2010 World Cup, the one South Africa hosted. 16 years later, they opened the tournament again. The second match of the opening day featured South Korea against the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic were back at the World Cup for the first time in 20 years. They took an early lead, but South Korea never gave up. A South Korean substitute who had only just come onto the pitch scored the winning goal. What a comeback! South Korea fought back to win 2-1. Those 2 teams have great stories of their own. South Korea's captain is Son Heung-min, a forward who now plays in the United States for Los Angeles FC. This is already his 4th World Cup, and the Czech Republic gave football a famous move, the Panenka. That's a penalty where the player chips the ball down the middle instead of shooting hard. It's named after the Czech player Antonín Panenka, who first did it in 1976. And that's just day 1. 2 games, and stories from all over the world. That's what I love about the World Cup. We get a brand new story every single day. So tell me 2 things. Which team are you cheering for? And who do you think will win the whole World Cup? I'm Simon. See you tomorrow with the next story.